Some doctors are saying that once you start taking medications like Zepbound and Wegovy and Ozempic, you're going to be taking those medications for the rest of your life, because once you stop taking them, you'll start gaining the weight back, right? You'll start regaining the weight. And with the frenzy, I want to call it a frenzy around these new obesity medications, these new weight loss medications, and the desperation to get them, especially when they're in short supply, one might ask, are these drugs addictive? Right? I started to think, like, is there something in the drug, right? Is there something about it that's addictive, right? Hello, everyone. Hello, bold, brave, brilliant people. Thank you so much for tuning in to Zep Down with Ange. If you are new to my channel, I'm Angela Durant. My friends call me Ange. And if you're someone who is struggling with your weight, if you've decided to start your own journey on one of these medications and you're looking to learn, or you're just looking to learn more, you're curious about it, you are in the right place. I would love for you to hit the subscribe button, share it with a friend, and ring the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I release a new video. I typically my goal is to release one once a week, but if something happens in between there or something I want to talk and share with you, I will come on more often than that, and you'll be the first to get notified. Okay, so let's jump in, right? So I'm just going to give you some basic information for those who haven't been here before. Welcome, and welcome back to those who have been consuming all the videos. I appreciate it, and I appreciate all the comments too. Thank you so much. So I was prescribed Zepbound medication about 3 weeks or so ago, and I've lost about 10 pounds, right? My highest weight was 331, and I started my Zepbound journey at 296. So I'm 286 now. If you're not familiar with Zepbound is a medication that the FDA approved in November. It hit pharmacies in December of 2023, and it was created to treat obesity, and has been approved to give to patients. It's been proven to give patients a good amount of weight loss. Right? They did in the research studies. They found that when combined with healthy eating and exercise, that their patients lost a considerable amount of weight on Zepbound, right? So I'm not a doctor. This is just one girl's journey that I'm sharing with you. If you're considering taking Zepbound, or you are curious about more, want to go into more depth with it, please, talk to your doctor about it. Okay. There are several medications on the market for weight loss. So you may have heard of them. Everybody's talking about them in our community, right? You may have heard about the Wegovy by Novo Nordisk. This drug is called a semaglutide, and the active ingredient in it is or semaglutide, and the active ingredient that helps patients lose weight, you'll hear people talking about a GLP-1, the semaglutides, right? The drug that I'm taking is called Zepbound, and it's called a terzepatide. Bear with me because I'm still trying to learn how to say it. Terzepatide. And it's made by Eli Lilly, and it has two active ingredients that is of note, right? One is the GLP-1, just like Wegovy has, but it also has a GIP, right? And these are, with these medications, the largest dose of 15 milligrams, it was proven to help patients lose up to 21% of their body weight, which rivals, like, is on the low end of bariatric surgery, right? So that was a game changer in science, right? And what they're able to help their patients achieve with their weight loss, right? So the question is these medications addictive, right? Stars are taking them. there's some suspicion around Kim Kardashian that she took it to lose the weight so that she could get into that famous Marilyn Monroe gown and wear it to the Met Gala. And she actually lost the weight and got into it, right? And so the question is, was she taking one of these weight loss medications to lose all that weight so quickly to be able to squeeze into that dress, right? Supplies have been low, which have gotten people on edge. Some people are just freaking out about it because they can't get their supply, or they're going a week or two in between to try to wait. Some people are rationing out the medication, right? They'll, instead of taking it every week, they're taking it every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, so that they still have it. And they're seeking other ways to get it, right? Ordering compounds online. Some of it from some people who could be preparing these medications in their kitchen, right? Not everybody, but we got to be careful because there are people out there doing that. This is a huge and very profitable market. They're saying that Eli Lilly may be the first $1 trillion pharmaceutical company because of these drugs, right? Some people are ordering them from reputable places online. And thank you so much. Many of you have in the comments have shared with me that you're taking the compounds and you're able to get them much cheaper than than the 550, and you're doing well on them. So I know that there are reputable places out there that can help you, but you have to be very careful. People like me have been on a wait list for Wegovy for over 7 months. I could not get Wegovy. So at the end of the day, I said, look, we know that I need the medication that was prescribed for Zepbound. When Zepbound came out, my insurance would cover Wegovy, but they would not cover Zepbound. So long story short, I paid out of pocket $550 with the savings card, and I talk about the savings card in episode 10. But people are like praying that they can get their hands on this medication, which made me think about that. Like, is it addictive? You start taking it for a long period of time. Is there something that, in you that craves that drug? Or is it just that we love the results that it gets and we want to get our hands on that? And like Rosie O'Donnell said when she talked about in a podcast interview, she talked about Manjaro that she's on. She said, I don't want to live without it. Like, it's helped me so much that I don't want to live without it. And I want to see other people have it too. She says she thinks that it was an act of humanity, right? To have these drugs. And she's hoping that their coupons or the savings cards will still be available because, it makes it prohibitive for people to have them. So the question is, let's go back to the main question. And that is, are these drugs addictive, right? Do you need to be concerned about that if you're about to take them, if you're considering taking them, or if you're currently all in, right? So here's what I found on the New Pathways website. It says, is semaglutide or tirzepatide addictive? No, the answer is no. There is no evidence to suggest that semaglutide or tirzepatide are addictive. They're both not classified as addictive substances, nor do they have any known properties that would lead to addiction or dependence, right? So that's good news. We don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, when you get off, something's going to happen to you, or you're going to keep trying to, you'd be addicted to it, right? You don't have to worry about that. Although I would say, although it's not addictive, I do think that it could be used for people who have addictions, people who might be struggling with alcohol or drugs because of what it's doing to the brain, right? Because of how it's behaving in the brain, right? Because it removes the cravings from the brain, and people have more control over the food they eat, and also could have more control over the alcohol. And the reason why I bring that up is because I've heard people say, oh, I usually have multiple drinks. I only had one, right? Or I decided to pass. I just didn't have a craving to drink, so I didn't. Okay. So this could be really important for people who are suffering from addiction to drugs or addiction to alcohol, utilizing these medications. And it's still new, so they have to learn more, but it's very interesting. So again, the answer to whether or not it's addictive is no, it is not addictive. However, people like Rosie O'Donnell, who's on Monjero, like I mentioned earlier, says that she doesn't want to live her life without it, right? She says she only has, I think she says in her video, she has like 24, 25 more summers. She wants to be healthy to do them. She had a heart attack. I don't know if you know, she had a heart attack, and she said it was called the widow's maker. Normally people don't survive the kind of heart attack she had. Then she had the gastric sleeve done, right? I believe she is type 2 diabetic. And so she was like, it's a game changer for me that, she talks out. You should really take a look at that. If you search for it on YouTube, you will find her video where she's a guest on a podcast. And she's very transparent, does a fantastic job talking about it. But she's saying that, it's a game changer. She doesn't want to live without it. So just imagine, right? Imagine really being free of the head hunger, where it's not an issue at all anymore, right? Imagine a world where you're not worrying about what you're going to eat next, right? Where you going, what you're going to eat. You can just be fully present, right? And where would you be able? What would it be like for you to just be able to go out to dinner or to lunch or brunch with your friends or family or significant other, and really being fully present with them, right? Really enjoying their company, not even thinking, okay, this is what I'm going to order for lunch or dinner, and I'm going to have this for dessert. I'm going to have like all that, but just being present with the person and enjoying the person's company. Imagine that, right? Imagine what that could be like. So, what I love about this medication, what I'm really enjoying about this medication is what it does, not so much in restricting the food or letting the food digest slower or the feeling of fullness. All of that is great, but it's up here. It's up here that gives me the control to say no, thank you, right? To enjoy what I have in front of me and not have a longing or wanting for the leftovers that are still on the plate, right? And so I hope that this has been helpful. Thank you for tuning in. And for all of you who are on this journey with me, thank you for being here. I'm sending you good vibes. I'm sending you much success, and saying that what so many of you have said to me, I want to say to you. So you're sending me lots of comments, and in those comments, I see you saying, you got this. So I want to tell you, you don't have to worry about it being addictive, because it's not, and that you got this, right? This is a game-changing medication, and you got this too, okay? As always, I welcome your questions. If there's a topic you want me to talk about, to share, please let me know in the comments. I'm happy to do it. Good, bad, and ugly. I told you I'd be very transparent with all of you. So please, share your comments with me, or any questions that you might have around the weight loss journey, because I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay. And again, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you get notified. So you're part of this, and that you get notified. Hit the bell so you get notified when I go live, or I drop a new recording, so you have it to get the notification right away. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you all have a wonderful weekend, because today is currently Saturday. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care, and bye for now.